We will because, as I said moments ago, Ellen agrees the Chiefs are going to win. Okay, before we take the break, let's go for the double play here with the Camdenton Lakers Teacher of the Week, sponsored by the Smith Law Firm. They handle car accidents, domestic issues, wills, trusts, traffic tickets, that kind of thing. If you own a business and you need some legal help, then you can contact the Smith Law Firm for a consultation. With offices in Camdenton and Lebanon, Gary Smith practices on a regular basis in Camden, Miller, Morgan, Pulaski, and Laclede counties. You can learn more at myozarkslawyer.com. And with that, we turn our attention to the Camdenton Lakers Teacher of the Week. It is none other than Joe Miller. He's Spanish teacher over at Camdenton Middle School. He joins us on the KRMS Newsline. Joe, buenas tardes, mi amigo.
Buenas tardes.
¿Cómo estás? That's about all I know. So welcome and congratulations to you.
Thank you very much.
First question for you. This kind of hits home closer to me. I was telling you off the air, my wife is from Spain. And, incidentally, I lived in Madrid the better part of 5 years, ending just a few years ago, 2018. I found it extremely difficult to learn another language. I take it that you've accomplished this. How'd you do it?
Well, that's kind of a funny story. So I started college as a history major. I had no idea what I wanted to do. But I knew that I liked history, and so I started college that way. Well, about 2 years in, I got a call from somebody who invited me on a missions trip to the south of Mexico. And so I took the opportunity. We went down there. I knew very little Spanish. How are you? Hello, good afternoon.
Right.
And by the end of that week, I could understand what they were saying. I could have a conversation, and on the plane back, our translator said, Joe, this is kind of a talent, and you need to look into maybe using that. And so we landed. I remember I made the call up to the college. I went to MSU, and I said, hey, I want to change my major. And they said, you're crazy, because we have 2 weeks till class, and you'll never be able to get a schedule. And I said, well, I would like to try. And that was the road to me learning Spanish.
So talk about that gift, if you would, because, on a personal level, not to make this all about me, but I found it very difficult. And that's not just hearing people from Mexico or Colombia, but even the Spanish, as you know, is a very different dialect. It sounds like you may just have the ear for it.
Well, I think that can be, and what I've seen here at the middle school, we have such a cool program because Spanish can be an elective, and they're able to take it younger, and so we get a lot of students through here, and we find that some students it's easier, and so they can start the program earlier down here, and we find that some, maybe they need a few more years to develop, whether that be their English skills or, some literacy skills, and then we say, why don't you wait till you get into high school to begin? So I think that's true. I think some people, have an ear for it and pick it up easier, and some people have to just work harder at it. But I am of the mind that anybody can learn a foreign language. So,
Joe Miller, Spanish teacher at Camdenton Middle School. He's the Camdenton Lakers Teacher of the Week. Joe, is it tougher to learn a second language after you're old enough to have that primary language already hardwired?
Well, when somebody comes in, and obviously here we learn Spanish through English because that's the primary language spoken in this country.
Right.
I think that if you don't have a super strong English foundation, it can make it more difficult. But we have students here that, like in your home, that have learned both languages. Sometimes we have difficulties pulling them out of the different grammars and different things, but, largely they're pretty successful, and we can push them through these programs, and they do really well.
Well, it sounds like you're doing a great job. You've been with Camdenton R3 School District since 2019. How are you liking it so far?
I love it. It was kind of a coincidence that I found out about this job and I applied, and I'm telling you, it's the best decision I have made in my career. I'm surrounded by incredible educators. I'm privileged to be on a great team here at the middle school. My principals have been outstanding. I just cannot say enough good things about Camdenton. So I love that I'm here, and I love what I'm doing.
His name is Joe Miller. He's the Spanish teacher at Camdenton Middle School, and he is the Camdenton Lakers Teacher of the Week. Joe, thank you very much, and thank you for everything you're doing. Have a spectacular weekend.
Well, thank you very much.
You are very welcome. 422 at KRMS.
Does your dog love to swim in the lake?